Protests break out at Chicago's DNC on August 28, 1968. The Democratic National Convention in Chicago descended into chaos as thousands of Vietnam War protesters clashed with police in the streets, while party leaders inside fought bitterly over America's role in Vietnam. Within a single day, the long-standing U.S. consensus on Cold War policy toward the Soviet Union began to unravel. Since World War II, American leaders had taken a hardline stance against the Soviet Union and communism, committing the U.S. to intervene in countries seen as vulnerable to communist influence. This strategy pulled the nation into the Vietnam War, an increasingly unpopular conflict that claimed more than 2 million Vietnamese lives and nearly 58,000 American soldiers. By 1968, divisions over Vietnam split the Democratic Party. Anti-war candidate Eugene McCarthy and his supporters challenged the assumption that America had to stay in the war. The convention floor erupted into arguments, fistfights, and even violence against delegates and journalists. Vice President Hubert Humphrey's pro-war faction prevailed, but the party left Chicago deeply fractured and soon lost the presidential election. Outside the convention hall, thousands of demonstrators rallied for U.S. withdrawal from Vietnam. In response, Mayor Richard Daley unleashed 12,000 police officers and brought in 15,000 more state and federal forces. The crackdown turned brutal as protesters, journalists, and even medical workers were beaten and tear-gassed. The televised violence, remembered as the Battle of Michigan Avenue, shocked the nation. For many Americans, it marked a turning point. Growing numbers began to openly denounce the Vietnam War and question the government's unchecked pursuit of Cold War policies at the expense of its own citizens' safety.